Hello students, good morning. Welcome in class 9. Dear students, today I am going to share you an e-content on the topic No Men Are Foreign, which is a poem of your Beehive book. Before I start, I would like to give my slide introduction. Myself, Nitish Kumar Srivastav, TGT English from JNV Guna, Madhya Pradesh. Before I start the topic, here I am giving the introduction of the poet and his creations. James Faulkner Kirchhoff, FRSL, 23rd April 1918 to 10th May 2009, was a prolific English poet, translator, and travel writer. He wrote over 30 books, including autobiographies, novels, and plays. He became a Fellow of the Royal Society of Literature in 1962. After writing simple verses and rhymes from the age of 6 and the publication of his first poetry book, The Drowned Sailor, in 1947, Kirchhoff published works encompassed several dozen collections of poetry, 6 volumes of autobiography, over 100 monographs of original work and translation, and thousands of shorter pieces in journals and periodicals. His skilled writing of haiku and tanka is acknowledged internationally. Many of his poems recall his childhood days in the Northeast and are featured in such publications as the Census of the Visit to the Ancestral North, Throwback, and Sealed Sketch. His hometown of South Shields now holds a growing collection of his works in the Central Library, and artifacts from his time in Japan are housed in the nearby museum. His last volume of poetry was published during the summer of 2008 by Red Squirrel Press and was launched at a special event at Central Library in South Shields. It was the slight introduction of the poet and some of his important works. Now we are going to enter in the poet. Dear students, read the poet and watch the video carefully. Dear students, the title of the poem is No Men Are Foreign. The poet gives us the message that it doesn't matter we have shared our boundaries with the other countries, other states, but remember no one is foreign. The poet starts the first stanza, remember no men are strange, no country foreign. This is the deepest message the poet is communicating to us and what we practice in our life, that this is mine, this is yours, this is her, etc. The poet gives the message saying that this poem is composed by James Kirchhoff. This poem gives us the message of universal brotherhood of man. The poet says that we should not regard other countries as foreign. We are all citizens of the same world. People of different countries wear different kinds of clothes, but under their different clothing, the human body is the same everywhere. Now here you see an image in this explanation. This is the stanza first of your poem. Here we see the entire globe is presented with all the people joining hands together. They are giving the message that in all the senses we are not a stranger, we are not foreigner, we are same in every way. Only we have just made a barrier of the states and countries. The earth on which people from different countries walk is the same. Means if you have an opportunity to visit in the other country, you will see the same criteria what we are walking on the surface, the same they are also following in their own country. People of all the countries feel the sun, air, and water just as we do. During peace time, all the countries flourish. During war time, all the countries suffer from shortage of food and other difficulties. It is explained by the writer, by the poet, that when there is peace, everything is available. All of us live peacefully and perform our all the duties very enjoyable mood. But when there is war condition, each and everything is difficult to survive, because in war condition we have to share our maximum part of food with the army. That's why there is a shortage of everything, dearth of everything, so that the poet appeals here. We must not follow such practice. We must spread only the brotherhood and peace all over the country and all over the world. Now I'm coming to stanza second, that is, their hands are ours, in their lines we read. Here one more image is joining hands with together. Means whenever you see the foreigner, only you say that the person belongs to the other country. No any other variation you see in his personality whenever you are going to compare yourself, because the person who is living in the another country, he has the same body structure what is possessed by you, by the Almighty God. Remember that human beings all over the world have similar eyes. They also wake and sleep as we do. They are strong and powerful like ourselves. They can be won by love. There is a bond which unites all the nation of the world. Each one of us understand and recognize this bond. This is the fact. If a person belongs to the other country, if he has hands, he has eyes, he has ears, everything what we have, the same function they perform what we are performing here. That's why the poet appeals, we must not follow this practice that no men are foreign. Let us remember whenever they are told, this is the most important line of the poem, they are told to hate ourselves. It means the poet is saying sometimes there is a poison of seed is shown in our ears, that you belong to the other nation and other people belong to the other nation. It is your duty to hate themselves. But to whom we are going to hate? It is not a matter we are hating a person who is foreigner. We are hating the same person, same brother of ours, because the person is not foreigner. The poet explained this poem saying, when we hate others, we actually rob, deceive and condemn our own selves, because it's we who are spread all over the country and all over the world. So why such a practice of foreigner hating and etc. we are going to follow? When we fight against each other's, we spoil the purity of our own earth, because there is only bloodshed. Suppose that you are in a condition where only the war like condition is going on. For what the purpose you are surviving on the earth? There is no any meaning. The fire and smoke from the weapons of war poison that every air which is everywhere and which all we breathe. Means in the war condition there will be total loss of the human beings, total loss of the property, total loss of the resources, everything. Thereafter we will feel what the mistake we committed, means we did the blunder of our life. To whom we slayed? For what the purpose we slayed to the other? In order to occupy more and more land area or more and more valuable things? No. We killed our own brothers, we hated our own brothers, etc. The poet is communicating to us. The theme of the poem, see, the poem No Men Are Foreign, composed by James Kirkup, states that no man is foreign or strange, and we should not regard anyone as foreign or strange. The poem revolves around the idea that all men are equal, though they are separated by boundaries. There is no differences between men of different nations. This is the important message the poet is communicating to us. Only we have shared our boundaries. We have created our own nation, our own state. But doesn't matter, we are going to be in a profit by performing such activities. After all the people are same in some of the way. Only the boundaries is separated, but not the physical appearance of ourselves is separated in the sense of separating of the boundaries, because the poet has already stated that they have the same eyes what we have, they have the same hands what they have, the same lines that is erupted on our palms, the same is on their hands. We have ears, we listen by using our ears. The same is performed by the person who is living in the other country. What is the purpose to perform such a thing that is totally making a difference in the human society? So, regarding all the people as our brother, regarding all the people as our friend, just remove the idea of hating to the other people. The difference is only within a man's heart. Man's heart means the individual different of our personality. What we perform, what is going on in our mind, that is only making a difference. Suppose that two people are standing, their physical structure is the same, but we can't say sure about what is going on in his heart. It is the only difference. No any other difference we have to follow, because individual difference is the personal trait of a personal human being. It is a universal appeal for brotherhood. The differences among them pertain merely to color, dress and food habits, which are not of much significance. Means if we are going to follow such a minute things, it means we are going to just create discrimination. Doesn't matter what is the culture of other person who is living in the other state, other country. Doesn't matter what the food he eats, doesn't matter what the clothes he wears. It really matters that he is also a human being, we are also. And because we have created a gap, we have shared our boundaries in order to make a difference, that this boundary belong to the other country and this is belonging to the other country. That is the only point to discuss, and no any other particular thing you have to observe. Only you have to observe that the person to whom we are making a discrimination is our brother in some of the way. Humanity all over the world is alike. Humanity, the most valuable treasure of a human being, that is humanity. After all, we have to perform humanity if we are living with our people or we are going to visit in other country, other state. All the people are equal. Only we have to be pure by our heart. If a man is destroying another nation, he is actually destroying himself and the entire humanity. Very good line the poet has explained here. Suppose that we are going to destroy another nation. What will we gain? Nothing. Only there will be heap of corpse. If we have only desire to occupy more and more land area, more and more resources, so it is not possible. It is not the idea, best idea to slay all the people. No, if you have the potential, just come in front of and bear the burden, bear the challenges. In that way, you are going to occupy more and more things. Actually, if we are destroying the people, if we are destroying the nation, it means we are destroying all the human beings. For what purpose will we live that time if there will no other people? So that the poet is appealing that you must follow humanity. Don't follow to hate the people. Avoid such a thing, because all the people are same in everywhere, in all the way. The people of different countries may differ in complexion and clothing, but their mental, physical and emotional experience are the same. It is the fact. As I have already mentioned, that doesn't matter what is our complexion, what is our dressing sense, what is our fooding sense, what do we think. After all, we are equal, we are same everywhere. If we take a knife and cut our body part, there will be blood. And if you take the same knife and cut the body part of a person who is living in the other nation, there will be the blood. Means most of the things are same in most of the way. What is the need to create such a discrimination to tag that the people belong to the other country, they are foreign? No men are foreign. That is the thing we have to follow in our life. The poet makes an effort to wipe away the hatred among people of the world and highlights the futility of war and weapons that only add pollution to innocence. Means the poet is not in a mood to spread the idea that we have to perform warlike condition. Just remove such a thing. Make a heap of your weapon and put it into your storehouse, because there is no any need to shoot the weapon, to perform the weapons activities. After all, there is a thing, peace we can create everywhere to everybody. That is the main point to discuss. The poet says that all have some kinds of eyes. They sleep and wake in the same way. They all have same kinds of strength which can be won by love. All lead same kind of life. Means there is a particular routine. Suppose that the God has given us eyes. By using our eyes we can see, we can sleep and we awake. The same criteria is also occupied the people who are living in the other nation. The same function they also perform by using their eyes, and there is no anything. Time and again the poet recalls the word no men are foreign. By giving more and more examples, the poet is spreading the message of peace, unity, brotherhood and humanity. We must not follow such a thing in our life, because if we follow these things that the person is foreign, we are going to spoil everything. All leads the same kind of life. The poet says that we should not hate one another. The poet says that we should not hate one another. If we cheat others, in real we cheat ourselves. Poet's vision about the topic. The poet says that if we fight with others, then we only pollute the beautiful earth, because this is the only planet having life, and in order to enjoying our life we are wasting our time to perform such discrimination among the people. This beautiful earth is really unique in itself, but what we perform to make it unique, we are sharing the boundaries only. We should learn that no men are foreign and no countries are strange. This is the only first and last message of the poet, that all the countries are same in many ways. All the people are also not a stranger, they are our brothers in many ways. We should live like brothers. We should not cheat others, because if we are performing such a things, we are going to pollute everything from our personality. Innovation of the poet in this poem, means what the innovative ideas the poem introduced in this poem, they are: one should keep in mind that no human beings are distant, unfamiliar or far off. We all are same under different bodies. In time of war or peace, even our international foes undergo the same trials. They too, like us, enjoy the bright sunshine day, breathe the same air from the atmosphere and drink the same water available on the earth to survive. Very good. In a very good manner the poet described that this is the earth. On the surface of the earth we live. The land area we use for cultivation, for farming, for industries, for other the purpose. We breathe by using our nose. We drink by using our mouth. The same water is drunk by all the people who are living all over the world. Central idea of the poem. The poem is based on the idea that we are the children of the same Father, God. Means God has given us the unique personality, unique thing that is known as birth. As such, we could believe in the universal brotherhood of man. The earth is the common property of all mankind. We should not think that we are the citizens of this or that country. We should give up feelings of narrow nationalism. We should think that we are citizens of world. In war, all countries suffer, and in peace, prosper. Therefore, if we hate others, we deceive ourselves. Dear students, the chapter has been ended, and some of the important word meanings, as I am highlighting here, you must see the word meaning and also avail it in your life. First word meaning, starve. From starve, it is made starvation. It meaning die of hunger because of non-availability of food. Second meaning, disposes. It gives the meaning to put one out of position, betray or hate. To cheat, to be disloyal, condemn. To express strong disapproval, outrage. Any gross violation of law or decency. This is the various meaning of disposes. Defile. Defile means to make foul or dirty or to pollute anything. These are the important meaning, and by using these important words, the poet is giving us the message. We must not follow all these words in our life, because these words only give us the pain. Why we are taking the pain? Why we are gaining the pain? Remove the pain by spreading peace, humanity and brotherhood among all. Dear students, here is some exercise what you have to do. See, write true or false against the following sentences. You have studied the poem, you have understood the theme of the poem, you have understood the meaning of the poem, entire thing you have understood. Now on the basis of your study, these questions you have to do true or false. No men are strange and no countries are foreign. People are different from one another. We should hate our brothers. We should not defile our earth. Comprehension questions I am giving. What is the central idea of the poem? As I have already mentioned during my lecture. What you learn from this story, the message time and again I have conveyed to you. Who is the composer of this poem? From the starting of this poem I have narrated. What message does this poem convey? The same message the poet is appealing us to follow. Now here is the theme of the poem. The poem No Men Are Foreign, a poem by James Kirkup, states that no man is foreign or strange, and we should not regard anyone as foreign or strange. The poem revolves around the idea that all men are equal. Though they are separated by boundaries, there is no difference between men of different nation. Thank you students for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the poem, hope you enjoyed everything, and especially you learned the message of the poet that no men are foreign. Thank you.